Earlier today, Amazon announced that it will be, due to pressure, raising the minimum wage for all U.S. employees to $15 an hour, signaling a gigantic win for the progressive movement, for the Fight for 15 movement, for all the activists and the politicians on the left that have been pushing for Amazon to raise the minimum wage, specifically Bernie Sanders. Now, this minimum wage will benefit more than 350,000 Amazon employees. That includes temporary and part-time employees, as well as another 100,000 seasonal employees, according to the company. Now, some employees who already make $15 an hour, and that is a concern, because one of the arguments against raising minimum wage, for example, for fast food workers is, yeah, but the paramedic only makes $15 an hour now. Oh, you want them making as much as a burger flipper? No, I want the paramedic to make more because it's actually, the thing is that $15 is a living wage. It's the minimum that you can live on. We would like to see people be able to live on what they make. That's the whole point of calling it a living wage. So if you're a paramedic, you already make $15 an hour. You should probably make double that. $30 an hour, $27 an hour, somewhere around that range. So, and it's good to see Amazon actually doing the right thing and saying, okay, we already have people that make $15 an hour. Okay, well, let's raise their pay too. And again, the temporary workers, that's fantastic. Now, I would really love to see them tie it with inflation. But hey, okay, look, let's just take the win for now and then keep pushing for more. Okay, anyway, there's more. Amazon said that the effect of higher pay will be reflected in its forward-looking quarterly guidance, whatever that means. Now, who made this happen? You guys, the activists, the people fighting on the ground, Fight for 15, and politicians like Ro Khanna, and of course, Bernie Sanders. Now, Bernie Sanders, for example, went on a bunch of tweet storms, and of course, that angered a lot of people on the right, obviously, but it also angered some people on the left, going after Amazon. Oh, well, they already pay $15 minimum wage. Bernie Sanders is going after a company that already does pay minimum wage. Now, as I pointed out before, they actually didn't when it came to part-time workers, when it came to temporary workers, right? So now they have went and they have corrected this. And that, of course, is a fantastic win. But some of the stuff that Bernie Sanders had been tweeting out, Amazon is worth $1 trillion, which is true. Jeff Bezos is worth $155 billion. He's the richest man on earth. There is no reason that his workers need to rely on food stamps, Medicaid, and public housing. Bernie Sanders also mentions that this is what a rigged economy looks like. And in response to it, he introduced legislation called the Stop Bezos Act, specifically targeted towards Jeff Bezos and Amazon. And again, Ro Khanna introduced the companion legislation in the House. Ro Khanna, also a great progressive. So if you think progressives are weak and that we shouldn't try to push for more, you are wrong. If you think progressives can't make a difference working within the system, I'm sorry, guys, I think you're wrong. And I think stuff like this proves it. Now, just because this isn't legislation, which could never pass in the Trump Congress, doesn't mean that we're wrong that you can't push and apply pressure. See, when progressives have a platform, people listen. Jeff Bezos actually listened, and that's great. In fact, he said in his statement, "We listened to our critics and thought hard about what we wanted to do and decided we want to lead. We're excited about this change and encourage our competitors and other large employers to join us." So again, look, internal or external pressure put on them by progressives, by labor groups, by people who believe in a living wage. That's who got Bezos to change his mind, to say, okay, look, we're facing all of this heat, and okay, we got to do something. It's not like we can't afford to do it. And that's the conservative argument. oh, we can't pay a living wage because we can't afford it. Jeff Bezos can. And he absolutely shows that he can by doing this. This is only going to help Amazon, but more importantly, this can help the 350,000 workers that otherwise were not making a living wage. Okay, anyway. Now, speaking of rivals, right? So, rivals, Target, right? Target and Walmart. Now, Target announced that it would raise its minimum wage to $15 an hour by 2020. Okay, so that's still a long ways away, a couple years at least. And Walmart will raise their wage to $11. They got a long way to go, dude. But if we can make Amazon do it, then we can make anybody do it. Walmart especially. It turns out progressive pressure works. Now, is this everything that we need? Of course not. This is just a start. And what do I mean by that? Well, look, again, we need to peg this to inflation. This needs to get into Congress. And look, Bezos said, I'm now in favor of pushing Congress to pass a living wage bill. All right, well, we'll see. Because again, we have to see where the money goes, and money speaks. So I better not see that Bezos is funneling money towards Republican candidates who are not in favor of raising the minimum wage. Again, money talks, bullshit walks. So we're going to have to see if Bezos really is interested in pushing for a minimum wage, a higher minimum wage, but at least for his own company. He said, okay, yeah, fine, I give up. We're gonna raise our wages. So look, again, this is a victory. It's also a victory for people in the UK because they also will be raising wages for British employees to a minimum of $13 an hour for workers in London and $12.31 for the rest of the country. So more work to be done for sure, but a momentous victory for progressives and for progressive policy. It's going to be really, really difficult for some of these CEOs that are making billions of dollars, that are worth billions of dollars, to now say, oh, sorry, yeah, we can't afford to pay our workers a living wage. Bullshit. If Bezos can do it, so can you. Hey, everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.